Dose of Wellness. Today I'm here to talk to you about the Working Mom's Best Fitness Tool. And although this tool can be used for anybody, I'm speaking to the working moms because that's me, and I know what it's like to have a zillion priorities and multiple different things you have to do in a day, and fitting in exercise is a priority. But it's like, how do we do it? What do we do? So I'm going to give you a tool today with some ideas on how to really reap the benefits from that tool. So hey, I've got some viewers on already. Hey, Anita and Corey, thanks for catching me live here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Christy. I am the Overwhelmed Mom's Secret Weapon. I am a strength trainer, nutrition coach, and self-love mentor, and I help working moms regain their fitness and fabulousness. So that's me in a nutshell. So today, talking about the tool, that's best for working moms, and for me, I'm coming up with walking. Walking is one of those things that we can all do. We can do it anywhere. We lace on a pair of running shoes, a good pair of walking shoes, and away you go. It's free, and you get to see lots of great things. Walking for me inspires creativity. I come up with lots of great ideas when I'm out walking in lots of different ways, and you get a lot of really great rewards health-wise from walking and mindset-wise. So I'm going to share what those things are for you. So I've got 5 things to basically reap more reward from your walks. And the first one is, making walking a mission. So when I say that, I mean, you can go out for a Sunday stroll and, have your coffee and walk along, whatever that looks like. But in order to really reap reward from walking, you need to pick up the pace. And if that means that you pick up the pace for 20 minutes, you get a little sweat on, get your heart rate up, that's perfect. That's what we want, right? So really reaping the reward of using walking to your advantage and pick up the pace. It actually is, so many health benefits, reducing your blood pressure, warding off disease, making you feel good, right? You get those happy hormones going. There's so many good benefits to doing that. So that's super important. So pick it up a notch. That's number 1. The second one is counting those steps. So I know the Fitbit has become this, this thing that every client almost that I come in contact with, whether at the community center or with our own business, is talking about the Fitbit, or they've had people in their lives that are using the Fitbit in these little communities and inspiring each other and challenging each other to meet these different demands and rewards. And although I don't have a Fitbit myself, I tend to be a fairly energetic person, so I don't feel that I need the motivation from it. I do think they have a place, and I think they really help people stay on track with their steps, with their movement, with just getting up from the couch or the desk if you're at a work at a desk, to really keep yourself moving. So I do think they have their place, and I do think they're important. If you don't have a Fitbit and you're wondering, for me, I was curious, okay, what's 10,000 steps? How does that equate to minutes? Because for me, I often go out walking for a certain time length. Griffin and I will go over to the library, and I know it takes me 30 minutes to walk to the library, and I'm usually going at a pretty good pace. So how long is that, in relation to steps? And what I have found through one of my research sites here was that 10,000 steps can be achieved in 100 minutes, depending on your pace. So if that gives you an idea, so if you walk roughly 100 minutes in a day or over the course of a few days, you can kind of gauge it, how many steps you've achieved, right? Corey's got, my iPhone counts my steps. Awesome, that's great. I didn't know that it had that. Maybe is it an app, Corey? Can you pop that in the comments if it's an app, what it's called? Some of the other viewers here might want to know that. So, and actually I should probably know that too, be able to share with my clients. So thanks for that, Corey. And the third one, so the 2 that I shared, the third one I'm going into is walking throughout the day. So walking doesn't have to be one of those things that, again, is structured, right? I'm always talking to you about structure and not always thinking of fitness as this thing that I have to have this time blocked out to do. It can be little spurts throughout the day, and breaking up your day, especially if you have a more sedentary job where you're not up moving around. Every 45 to 60 minutes, get up, go for a sprint around the block. If you're in an office building, maybe you've got stairs, you do a couple flights of stairs, hit the water cooler, come back to back to your desk, whatever that means for you, but keep moving. If you tend to be, or if you are a stay-at-home mom and somebody who, finds themselves with the kids a lot, then, take the kids outside. Maybe you go in the morning and you go to the park for 10 minutes and you walk around while they're playing. Or in my case, I walk to the library with our son, and it makes my day. I get my walk in, I feel good, I feel energized, and he gets fresh air, and sometimes he's on his bike, and whatever that looks like, right? So little spurts of walking are great, and they break up your day, they re-energize you, and they bring you back to your work feeling energized and inspired. So that's super cool. Health app on iPhone. Okay, cool. Thanks, Corey. That's great. So any of you looking for another way to count your steps, you can check out the comments here. Corey's popped it in. It's called Health app for the iPhone, so you can check that out. Okay, so moving into number 4. Walk with others. So accountability is big, right? When we're held accountable to a friend or to a family member or a group. And a lot of times I see in the different communities, there'll be like a walking group with a bunch of moms, and they've got their strollers, or maybe they've just got their coffee and away they go. But they've made the commitment to each other to show up, for one, and they have someone else to motivate and inspire them, and to share ideas of whether it's parenting or work or whatever it is. Maybe you create a walking group at your work, and on your lunch break you go out for 15 or 20 minutes with those people every day. And if that's all it takes to get you inspired and get you out doing something that is important, then do it. It's really easy, it's free, and everyone can do it. Okay, so I'm going on to number 5. Is this all sounding good for those of you who are on live here? Is this sound good to you? Is this all making sense? I'm going on to number 5, and then I'm going to do a quick recap. So number 5, try it with mindfulness. So another part of what I do with my fitness training and what I have started incorporating over the last few years is, exercise is great, eating well is great, but when people aren't really being mindful of the things that they want in their life, the goals that they're trying to achieve, the journey that they're on, if they're not really there in mindset, then they aren't successful. So again, this is really simple. Try mindful walking. If you're with your toddler and you're walking through, for us, it's a path that's getting us to the library, thinking about breathing and taking a breath in and then letting it out and taking your next step, and really focusing on the sounds around you that you're hearing, or, the birds chirping, or whatever it is. It can be even industrial. I mean, some of us live in cities, and that's our reality. So we're listening for those little sounds, those little things around us that block out the chatter, right? So use walking as that time, as that tool. It's like a walking meditation of sorts. And for me, I'm not someone who tends to sit cross-legged in a meditation position. That's just not who I am. And that's okay. So make meditation whatever it is for you. And if it's when you're walking, you can close your eyes for a minute or two and take some very deep breaths and slow steps. It goes a long way, right? And then you end up feeling good. It grounds you, and then away you go. So those are the five tips I wanted to help you to reap more reward from your walks. Some of this information was pulled from Time magazine. I will admit they have some great information there, and lots of things that I read, articles, and get lots of tips and ideas, and then bring them to the table for all of you. So thank you for listening today, and I'm going to recap the 5 tips again. So make walking a mission, so picking up the pace, one way to reap reward. The second one, count your steps, whether it's on your iPhone or whether you have a Fitbit. Counting those steps is motivating and offers a reward when you feel accomplished. The next one, walking throughout the day. So keep moving is essentially the goal here, right? Keep the body moving, move as often as you can. Number 4, walk with others. Make a support team, make a group of, get together with a group of people that will keep you accountable and keep you motivated. And number 5, walk with mindfulness. So really focus on that and making walking more than just for the walk itself. It can be mindful practice, slow and steady, and really get as much as you can out of it. So thank you all so much for being here and listening to me live. I really appreciate it. I'm here every Tuesday sharing some health and wellness information with you. If there's anything that you want to learn, please pop it in the comments below. I'm always looking for new topics or things that people are interested in so that I can bring them and share it with you. And if you're not already a member of our Healthy Habits group, I say our, Flora, my wife and I, she pops in there as often as I do and offers support. She does the sort of mindful goddess work, and I do the health and nutrition and tap into the mindset. So if you would like to be part of our Healthy Habits group, I'll pop the link in the comments here, and you can jump over and join us. There's weekly challenges, there's lots of support and motivation in the group, and we've started with live events every month, bringing in guest speakers to share their passion and give you some new information that I don't offer. So that's really exciting. So yes, thank you all so much again for being here, and have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll talk to you all next week.